The Raiders and the Bears are the two conference champions who will battle it out for the Lombardi Trophy.
Coming up next, only on Game of the Week. The NFL Dream Bowl, contest of the two greatest teams in the Dream Season Football League. Before kickoff, Raiders owner Al Davis died at the age of 84. As the Raiders would be playing with heavy hearts, their defense took the field first. During the regular season, Jim McMahon ranked 5th in the NFL with a 100.5 quarterback rating. But on the Bears' second play from scrimmage, McMahon was nearly intercepted. The Oakland Raiders' game plan was to blitz, including number 41, Mark Villapiano. Villapiano was left free to the quarterback, where he forced the errant pass intended for number 87, Emory Moorhead. But as the Raiders continued to blitz, Jim McMahon would counter on the very next play. Third down and 3, pass to Walter Payton, and he spins out of a tackle, and he's free off the left side across midfield to the 30. Showboating in for a long 70-yard touchdown, Walter Payton for 6. Walter Payton's 70-yard score would be the only Bears touchdown on the night. But the Payton catch and run was an early touchdown the Bears desperately needed.
Walter Payton says, John Madden, you should add this to your win percentage, as he spins out of 2 Raiders defenders and just takes it to the house.
Oakland failed to respond with a first quarter score, but on the Raiders' first possession, it was Kenny Stabler that took the Raiders into the Bears' side of the field. Kenny Stabler was an efficient 3 for 3 on his initial drive, but it was the Bears' defense that got the best of him on a 3rd down and 1. Davis off the left side, and he gets stuffed in the backfield. Following a Raiders missed field goal, Jim McMahon and the Bears offense went back to work. Consecutive Jim McMahon pass completions jump-started the drive, but it would be the Bears themselves that would end it. After a Bears holding penalty, Kevin Butler went out to attempt a field goal that would give the Bears a 2-possession lead. Following an 18-yard reception by Mike Siani, Stabler found his Pro Bowl tight end Dave Casper for another 14 yards and his only catch of the day. But still, as the first half of the Dream Bowl wound down, Oakland still had no answer for critical 3rd downs. 3rd down and 8, throwing again to the end zone, incomplete, dangerous throw there. Kenny Stabler lucky that ball is incomplete. The big play and the end zone continued to elude the Raiders offense, but an narrow man field goal decreased the Bears' lead to 7. And after a Jim McMahon turnover, the Raiders cashed in with a 3rd down conversion to give Errol Mann another attempt for more points on the board. If you're the Raiders, you have been struggling so far, at least offensively in the ball game, but to come up with only a 4-point deficit at the half.
Yeah, that's definitely a positive for the Raiders. They're going to go into this locker room knowing they didn't play their best football in this half, and they're only down by 4 points. The second half is going to be very, very interesting.
In a 10-6 game, John Madden's Raiders must have felt really good about their team's standings. As for Mike Ditka's Bears, their team had sputtered since a 10-0 lead, and Chicago would be the disappointed ones entering the 3rd quarter. Here in Miami, Florida, they have some work to do. They've been unable to score offensively or even get past the Raiders' side of the field.
Well, that was a huge hit after the pass breakup there. He's running down the sideline. He looks wide open, but they slammed the door on him right there. Nice play by the Silver and Black defense.
After the defense allowed 10 points in the initial quarter of the Dream Bowl, George Atkinson and the Raiders defense would force a pass that Jim McMahon would regret for the rest of the offseason. Oh, intercepted. George Atkinson the other way. Peyton there, and he stiff arms the man, and he is free to the end zone. George Atkinson, touchdown Raiders.
Well, the Raiders turned this ball game around with a pick in the first half, and here comes the second pick, and you know this man's got some speed when Walter Payton can't even track him down. It looks like he's going to get him here, but he just shoves him to the ground, and he's got nothing but green grass in front of him. Big turnaround for the Raiders right there.
Things would go from bad to worse for Chicago. Following a pick six by George Atkinson, Jim McMahon would be the guilty party of yet another Bears turnover.
Fumble on the play. McMahon another turnover, and they're going to scramble to see who came away with this one. And it goes the Raiders' way, a third straight turnover.
Kenny Stabler would need just 2 plays to turn McMahon's fumble into points.
Well, you know, everyone expected Dave Casper to play great in this game. He only has 1 catch for 14 yards. As you can see here, Fred Biletnikoff has been the go-to man on the last couple drives.
That's Stabler looking, throwing to Van Egan, who's open to the 5, into the end zone, touchdown Raiders, and this comeback is turning into a Raiders fan fest.
Well, you know, Al Davis is looking down, smiling at what his Silver and Black troops are doing now, because they've completely turned this game around.
Following the Raiders' touchdown, the Bears look like NFC champions, driving 72 yards on 12 plays.
McMahon looking deep, completes a goal, and that is a big 30-yard pickup. Boy, this seems like the first time in a lifetime that the Bears have been in Raiders territory, and there's a completion of Moorhead.
McMahon with a pass, right side, complete deep to Reitman, and he is inside the 5, down to the 3. Chicago had drove from their own 30 down to the Raiders' 3-yard line. But as the field shrunk on the Bears, Chicago resorted twice to fullback Matt Suhi, the second on a 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, ball on the 3. Fullback dive, Suhi to the end zone, and we'll have to wait and see. And they call him short of the goal line, and that brings up a 4th down.
Yeah, that was a good call, I think, by the officials. I think his knee was down right before he's able to break that plane. And actually, if you look at the replay, he never actually breaks the plane, so that's definitely a great call by the officials.
4th down and goal. Chicago 1 yard short, and they're going to have to settle for a field goal.
Going through the 2. Let's go.
The Raiders' spot as the all-time team was just 4 minutes away. A handoff to Banaszak, and that gets stuffed in the backfield. William Perry reading that play right from the start. Banaszak, and that gets stuffed in the backfield. Fensick with his 5th tackle on the afternoon, and now this is a 3 and out, and Raiders will have to punt right back to the Chicago defense. So they've done the job. Now can the offense take control and tie this ball game at 20? McMahon rolling right, looking left side, completes a goal, and he's got the 1st down, and he dives forward.
Well, my heart almost skipped a beat there as I watched Jim McMahon throw completely across his body with Raiders in his face.
So they have 36 yards to go. We're at the 2-minute warning. McMahon left side, complete, Willie Gault, and a flag. That will be a personal foul.
That's terrible.
That was just a dumb call right there. As you see, the Bears receiver goes out of bounds and they get flagged with the late hit. I don't have any argument there because he just drops him on the sideline.
After they drove 35 yards, including 15 via penalty, Chicago set up shop with a 1st down and 10 at the 27. McMahon from the gun, looking, throwing right side. Intercepted! Matizak going the other way, and he is taken down near midfield. And John Matizak with one of the biggest picks of the Raiders season.
Well, you see the Bears, they just went for a screen with Walter Payton to play before this. They get stopped in the backfield. It looks like they called the exact same play, and the Raiders read it just as well as they did the first time, jumping there for the pick.
As the Raiders set up shop near midfield, Oakland was one first down away from being granted the greatest of all time. Hall of Fame defensive end Richard Dent would stop the second down run, forcing Van Egan and the Raiders into a 3rd and long. Al Davis's Raiders, in his aggressive mindset, you would think that Oakland would elect to pass on this 3rd down. Any play short of the first would give the ball right back to the Bears. The Raiders failed to pick up the first down on their last 3 plays, forcing a Ray Guy punt, and the Bears would take over with one final drive, having to go 89 yards to tie the game at 20. Chicago set up shop at their own 11-yard line. The Bears had to drive 89 yards in just 91 seconds, and with all of America watching, the glass slipper hung in the air. Well, obviously that last punt went down at the 11-yard line, and that's where Chicago will take over. No timeouts, 1:21 to play. Obviously a big situation here for the Bears. They need a touchdown. They have 89 yards to go. McMahon from his end zone needs to get the ball away, throws it deep, and it is almost intercepted, but there is laundry on the field.
Pass interference, defense.
The Raiders have just been falling apart with these penalties lately. That was a dumb call. All they needed to do was get around the receiver, because Jim McMahon, he's got pressure in his face right here. There's no way that ball is thrown as accurate as he wants. There's no need for pass interference on that. It's almost intercepted. The Raiders just need to settle down, because they just put the Bears in a great position right there.
So first down and 10, left side complete. Reitman gets out of bounds after 7 yards. Second down and 3 from the 46. Play action, McMahon rolling right, looking, throwing left side. Intercepted, Skip Thomas, and that is the game.
Yeah, the Raiders just sealed it up right there. That, I believe, is the 4th interception by Jim McMahon today. And as you can see, he's getting hit as he throws. They just make a great jump on the ball, and it looks like the Silver and Black are about a minute away from the Dream Bowl championship.
The Raiders go into Miami, Florida, and being down by 10 points, figure out a way to get it done. And Jim McMahon with the biggest bonehead throw across the field I've ever seen.
Yeah, he's been getting away with a few throwing across the body throws, but this one, it finally caught up to him. And after being down by 10, as you said before, the Raiders find a way to win this in the midst of their owner Al Davis passing.
The Oakland Raiders had achieved greatness. The Oakland Raiders had earned the title of the greatest team of all time. And with this award-winning postseason, George Atkinson was named the Dream Bowl MVP. And how fitting, Atkinson made the game-changing play, and now he and the Raiders are indeed world champions.